Such a sweet story.
Oh my gosh,
Jordan, thank you.
I'm like already tearing up this morning, Lacey.
Oh, it's the sweetest, the absolute sweetest Valentine's Day story. Thanks so much, Jordan, for sharing that for sure. Yesterday on Valentine's Day, one thing everyone across the state dealt with was that ripping wind. A lot of damage, mostly minor damage. There were, though, some serious accidents, and one of them is this crash. Let me show you this video from OHP out in the Panhandle yesterday, out near Guyman. Yes, a horrific crash. Folks dealing with zero visibility due to blowing dust. Semi crashes there, may have been blown over due to the wind. Winds were to 80 miles per hour. Watch how that vehicle just disappears there in the blowing dust yesterday. So it was treacherous, very dangerous. Now the dust from the Panhandles has arrived here in the metro, and you will notice this morning that dust settling on in. So let me show you what's going on currently. We've got the storm system that moved away from us. That's what brought us the wind, now causing blowing snow, blizzard ongoing to the north. Meanwhile, the next one right on its heels. Just got a message from a viewer who's in Vegas and said, Lacey, it snowed in Vegas while I was here. That storm system is what's bringing snow to our Panhandle right now and will give us the chance for severe weather later today. So winds right now increasing in the Panhandle, nothing like yesterday. That 80-mile-an-hour wind was wild. Now the snow is flying from Guyman to Boise City. They're going to get some nice moisture in the Panhandle out of the system. We're still in the 40s. We're actually above average to start the day today. It's 32 in Kingfisher, 39 in Guthrie, still in the 40s on the east side of the metro, upper 40s to the south. And your hour-by-hour forecast, look at the wind today. East wind most of the day coming around out of the northeast, 5-15. It does pick up this evening. It'll be windy tonight and tomorrow, but we're not going to see 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts like we had yesterday in the metro. Mostly sunny. We may have some clouds built in this evening, and with that, a very slight chance of rain in Oklahoma City. Better storm chances will be to the southeast, where we're much warmer, much more unstable. Meanwhile, chilly to the north and flat cold in the Panhandle. High fire danger behind the dry line in southwestern Oklahoma later today. That severe threat goes up after 4 o'clock. Storms start to fire to the south and southwest. Those will then make their way up to the northeast, and eventually the line moves across all of eastern Oklahoma. And we'll talk much more about those threats in just a minute. There goes the first storm, and here comes the next one, diving down towards I-40, coming across the Four Corners portion of our country. And man, it is definitely bringing some moisture to Oklahoma in the form of snow in the Panhandle. That's what we'll be seeing all the way through the afternoon. 3-4 o'clock, storms trying to fire down I-44. We'll see if those are that far west. Some data has them closer to I-35. When they develop, they'll be isolated in nature. This system is definitely one of this particular set of data is one of the most aggressive. Does bring storms further north. Can that happen? Sure. I do think the bulk of the severe weather will be further to the south, but we're definitely going to have trackers geared up, ready to go. By the time we get to 7-8 o'clock, we will likely have storm trackers in severe weather and also snow at the same time in Oklahoma. The storms continue to make their way off to the east through the late evening hours after dark, arriving in southeastern Oklahoma, and that snow really winds down, maybe some flurries and light snow in northern Oklahoma. So the chance to the south for any one particular area is about 20 to 30% to the south and east of Oklahoma City this afternoon. Snow ongoing in the northwest, light snow late this evening and tonight, and then those storms make their way off into eastern Oklahoma. So what are the threats? Where the storms will be, we will have quarter-size hail possible, up to golf balls. We're warm enough, unstable enough, those updrafts could sustain some golf ball size hail in southern Oklahoma, which is damaging hail. And there's also a chance for a tornado or two. So the way these storms will go up today, the environment is heavily sheared, meaning it's spinning with height. It wouldn't take much for these to produce a tornado. It's a low risk right now, and it runs from Asher to Pauls Valley to Sulphur to Milo, down to Ringling, Ardmore, Medill, Lake Texoma under the gun today. Make sure if you have folks, friends, or family down that way on the lake, just make sure they're tuned in today because the risk is low. It's not zero. Then let's talk about the snow. Anywhere from 1 to 2 inches from basically Woodward to Fort Supply to Alva to Buffalo. Higher totals out in the Panhandle, and there may be a few areas that get 6, maybe even close to 10 inches of snow in the far western Panhandle. Jump ahead to tonight, guys. Your Thursday morning, frigid. Teens and 20s for lows, wind chills near zero. In fact, I think the wind chill will be below zero for portions of western Oklahoma. Highs tomorrow only in the 30s, but it will feel like this, the 20s into the afternoon. So frigid for tomorrow. Definitely a change of the seasons. Warming up on Friday, 50s to 60s for your weekend. Quiet President's Day, and we're watching another chance of rain Wednesday into Thursday of next week. And we're back after this.